Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we have a very interesting video for you guys today. We are 1 year removed from the Seth Jones trade. July 23rd. A lot of things, right? A lot of things happened this day. And the big one, or one of the bigger ones, was Seth Jones being traded from the Columbus Blue Jackets and signing a contract extension, an 8-year deal that would keep him with the Chicago Blackhawks. They acquired his brother Caleb Jones, about a month before, and then Seth Jones comes in just a couple of days later. And this trade entails a lot of things that have happened in Chicago. And we're going to go over that today and how that trade a year ago leads them to where they are today. So, July 23rd, 2021, the Chicago Blackhawks acquired defenseman Seth Jones, a 2021 first-round pick, and that was Tampa Bay's pick that the Columbus Blue Jackets got for David Savard. That ended up being the 32nd selection, which ended up becoming defenseman Nolan Allen. They also acquired another draft pick, a 2022, which is this year's draft, a 6th round pick from the Columbus Blue Jackets. So that's the Blackhawks side of things. What did the Blue Jackets acquire? Well, they acquired defenseman Adam Bogfist, who in 2020, I want to say, was the 3rd overall pick by the Hawks. A defenseman, a 2021 first-round pick, which was Chicago's first-round pick. That was 12th overall. That ended up becoming Cole Sillinger. His dad, Mike Sillinger, who played in the NHL for many years in the 2000s. A 2021 second-round pick, which ended up being the 44th overall pick, again from Chicago. That ended up becoming Alexei Haimosalami, who it sounds like Haimo Salami, but we'll go with it. And this is the interesting part of this trade. A 2022 first-round pick from Chicago. Now, it is a conditional pick. So that's going to be the main focus on today's video. But we're going to go over the players first. So Adam Bogfist, in his first season, 21 years old, with the Columbus Blue Jackets, has 20 points in 41 games, which is more than his 2 seasons combined in Chicago. He had 6 goals over 76 games. He already has 11 in half that span. But he does have less points than... Actually, no, he has more points. It's hard to explain this in a smaller sample size. So he has 29 points in 76 games. He is on pace for around similar totals, but only through half a season already this year in Chicago. I'm trying to make sense of that if you get what I'm saying here. But overall, he has 49 points in over 100 games in the league. And Adam Bogfist looks like a pretty good right-shot defenseman in Columbus, and I think that'll end up being a really good fit there. Cole Sillinger, his first season in the NHL, from Columbus, Ohio, kind of an interesting fit there. So he's playing in his hometown. He was the 12th overall selection in the 2021 draft. This season, again, pretty impressive. Nobody's really been talking about him either. 21 points in 63 games, 11 goals, and 10 assists. Pretty good stuff there from Cole Sillinger, and he's probably going to be a top 6 center for the Blue Jackets in the future. Alexei Haimosalami was a second-round pick, like we talked about, and he is currently playing in the SM Liga over in Europe, and is from Finland. So that's what you're looking at with him. Nolan Allen, who was the last selection in the first round of last year's draft, did not play with Chicago this year. He's been playing with the Prince Albert Raiders in the WHL. He's only 18 years old. So that's what they have right now with him in terms of Chicago's side of things. They also have Seth Jones, who is 27 years old. Signed him to that 8-year extension, $9.5 million per year. His first season in Chicago, he's got 4 goals, 40 assists, 44 points in 62 games as a member of the Blackhawks. So, this all kind of leads us to full circle, which leads us to the elephant in the room, which is part of that trade. We've already seen, there's 2 draft picks left that still need to be completed for this trade to go through. The 6th round pick going to Columbus with Seth Jones, and the Chicago Blackhawks 1st round pick this year. Now, the expectation, you have to remember, the expectation was that the Blackhawks would probably be a playoff team in the Central Division. Nashville may be on the decline. St. Louis, nobody's really sure where they were. They seemed like they were on the decline. Dallas as well. And really, it was going to be Colorado, which we all knew who was going to be good. But they gave up their conditional 1st round pick, expecting them to be a playoff team this year. Obviously, we know that is not the case. The Blackhawks will not be a playoff team in 2022. So this is the condition on that draft pick. So if Chicago wins one of the 2022 draft lotteries, and the draft lottery win results in the pick being top 2 overall, the pick becomes their 2023 1st round pick. Now, some of you Chicago Blackhawks fans may be saying, shit. And I'm probably going to get demonetized for saying that. We'll see. So what you're looking at here, it doesn't sound bad. Okay, so they give up their top 2. They have their top 2 pick protected this year. Great. Well, what happens when next summer comes around? Because I'm going to make a video about this. There's the potential that the Blackhawks become worse next year. There's been rumors out there that they could trade Alex DeBrincat, Patrick Kane, and Jonathan Toews this summer. The core is not happy with the direction of this team. Again, stay tuned for that later this week. I am planning to make that video. This could end up getting worse. If they trade one of those 3 players that I just mentioned, this team will be worse next year. So you keep your top 2 pick this year, but you are giving up potentially, you were in the peril of giving up a top 5 pick, potentially a top 3 pick in next year's draft lottery as well. Going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It ends up not being all that interesting. I know this could be interesting in the sense that if Chicago's 4th overall, and they end up drafting 4th overall, you gave the 4th overall pick to the Blue Jackets. That kind of sucks. But is that better than what could be next year, which is the fear of maybe giving up that pick next year also? It's almost like, are you better off taking the 1st or 2nd pick this year, and then whatever happens next year, give it to them? Or is that fear, that you end up giving them the 4th overall pick this year, but you have no worries about next year because it's already done? I don't know. I think it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this plays out. But that could very well be a good draft pick going to Columbus, whether it's this year or next. I'm sure that Kyle Davidson and the Blackhawks are definitely licking their chops at the thought of having potentially 2 top 10 draft picks in the next 2 drafts, or one of the next 2 drafts with the the Blue Jackets are licking their chops at the thought of having 2 potentially top 5 or top 10 draft picks either this year or next year in the NHL draft. So let me know what you guys think of that in the comments down below. Would they be better off giving it this year as a top 5 pick, maybe 4th or 5th overall? Or are they better off giving it to them next year? Take the 1-2 pick this year with the mentality you're getting your guy this year, and whatever happens next year happens, and you go with it. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.